Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Baseball Diamond Training. My name is Mr. Chadwick Robinson, founder of the Dream Builders Network, and so excited to actually present this information and training to you. So for all of you networkers out there who truly desire to build a successful home-based business right from the comfort of your home, I believe that the Baseball Diamond is something that you truly have to become a master of and implement it a part of your system, as how you're going to build a massive organization. I can tell you, I remember when I first started in this industry and I had no experience at all. I'm so glad and so fortunate to be able to, have those type of relationships with multimillionaires who truly had the rags to riches stories, who taught me these philosophies that I'm going to share with you today. So what is the baseball diamond? See, the baseball diamond is what I would like to call the framework. It's something that's going to teach you and simplify and make it very easy for you to understand how to bring people in your business. So imagine a baseball field. And if you imagine a baseball field, and on that field, you have bases. You have the batters up position. See, the batters up position, it's for you to pique interest. It is for you to get your prospect to take a swing, right? That's when you share something really, really simple, right? And you pique their interest. And from there, what you do is you send them to base one. Now, what is base one? Base one is where you begin to unfold more information as you're continuing to pique their interest. So base one, what is base one? Base one is when you're going to either get them to some type of tool, whether it is a conference call, whether it is a sizzle call, or whether it's, a home meeting or whatever that we do have. You want to get them in front of some type of information, okay? And in that process, you want to continue to edify your upline story. So you definitely always want to be, engaged and interacting with your upline leadership because you want to know their story. And between, the batters up position and base one, you want to always edify. Very, very important. Edify your upline story and make sure between all bases that we're going to cover today that you continue to book a meeting from a meeting. We call it the BAM fam. Between each base, you always want to book a meeting from a meeting. So once you pique their interest on the batters up position, you want to say, hey, I want to show you some more information. When will you be available? We have a conference call showing up at this such time. Are you available to make it on this call? Right? And then they'll say, well, yeah, I have to put the kids to sleep or maybe I have to get home from work. No problem. Let's go ahead and put you on the schedule. We're going to have a call at this time. Let me confirm with you a time where I can follow up with you regarding the conference call so I can answer any of your questions or concerns. See, it's very, very important that we remember to book a meeting from a meeting. The reason why is you do not want to become a nuisance. See, if you don't book a meeting and you send someone to base one and you follow up with them regarding base one without a meeting, you see, you could be calling them at all the wrong times. And I can tell you the third time you call someone without a book appointment and they are not available or you're contacting them at the bad time, you become a nuisance. And we don't want that to happen. So remember, always book a meeting from a meeting. Bam, fam, your person from batters up to base one. Now, once you have them to base one, and they've either listened to maybe a sizzle call and they have listened to or maybe a live conference call, or maybe you had some type of home meeting. See, from there, what you want to do is you want to bam fam them as well too. So let's say, for instance, maybe they've been on the conference call on base one. Well, what you want to do is now you want to bam fam them to base two. What is base two? Base two is now your website. Right? Your website. So if you got them on the call on base one, base two would be your website. Now, remember, you always want to bam fam them. So you book a meeting from the meeting. So you tell them, hey, well, now that you've listened to the call, I have some other things I want to kind of introduce to you just to give you a better feel of what we're doing, most importantly, why it's working and how the company works. Do you have some time? When you have some time to actually, look over my website? And then they'll say, well, maybe tomorrow I can check it out, when I get home, maybe around 7 o'clock when I get everybody settled in, I can look at the website. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and schedule a follow-up call regarding that. So I'll call you back. Let's say I'll put you on the schedule to call you back tomorrow at 8 p.m. after you viewed the website. How's that sound? And then they say, okay, that's great. Remember, you booked a meeting from a meeting. So when you call them tomorrow at 8 p.m., guess what? You are not a nuisance because you have a definitive appointment, right? So you call them back the next day at 8 p.m. and you say, hey, this is so-and-so, and I'm just calling you back to see, what did you think of the information in the website? I wanted to get your feedback. And they tell you, hey, I really loved the website. It was nice, clean, and professional. And, I was looking at some things here and I had a couple other questions. And, I wanted to ask you a couple other questions to get a better feel of it. See, that's when you're going to book another meeting from a meeting. See, now you're going to bam-fam your prospect to base 3. Remember, you're going to use a system of edification through the entire baseball triangle. So you should be edifying and using stories of your upline members or maybe some people in your downline who's having some success, right? You've been edifying people and sharing stories all the way around base 2. So what you say is because they have questions, right, regarding the website or whatever information. So you say, okay, great. Look, if you're really serious, I can see if I can get you connected to my personal coach and mentor. Or you could say, let me see if I can get you connected, to the person who's helping me launch in my business. They're building a huge, massive organization. They have thousands of people in their organization. Let me see if I can get you connected to them and, they could answer any of your questions and concerns. When would you be available to speak with them? And then they'll give you a time frame, what's good with them. Then you get back with your upline and you tell your upline, hey, I have a prospect. They've actually been on the conference call. They've been on my website. They sound very interested. They had some questions and concerns, and I wanted to see if I can set up a 3-way call with you. See, and then your upline says, okay, great. What time is the conference call? What time is the 3-way call set for, right? You've booked an appointment so you can give your upline a time and a day. You can say, well, we have it set up for tomorrow at 5. Would you be available? The upline says, yes, absolutely. I'll be available. I'll put it on my schedule to be available. And now what you're going to do the next day or whenever you have that time frame booked with your prospect to speak with your upline, it could be the same day. It doesn't matter what day it is. You booked an appointment. So you're following the baseball diamond system. What you're going to do for base 3 is one of the most important bases there is. Okay, all bases lead to base 3. But remember, base 3 is the last base before we try to bring that person home. Because, see, we understand that a prospect needs at least 3 to 4 touches before they decide to make a business decision. And that's what the bases are for. So now here we are at the power 3-way call on base 3. Base 3, the power 3-way call. Now, why do we call it a power 3-way call? See, we call it a power 3-way call because it's not just a 3-way call. It's a power 3-way call. See, the objective of the call is to set your prospect up to receive the information from someone bigger and better than you. Why? Because there's 2 elements that come to play with building a huge organization and getting people to enroll in your business. And that's called trust and respect. See, the people that they might trust you. They might know that you're not going to do anything malicious to them on purpose. But maybe you haven't went out there and become very successful. So maybe they don't respect you. See, we found out that most people are more likely to respect someone that they don't even know. And the reason why is because they don't know that person's flaws like they know your flaws, right? So that's why we always pass the torch. And the 3-way call has to be done in such a way that your prospect can take the trust that they have for you and the respect that they're going to have for your upline and put them together and make a decision to join forces with you and us to be a part of your business. So this is how it would work. You would call your prospect on that scheduled time frame to do a follow-up call to do the 3-way. And you would call your prospect and say, hey, I'm giving you a call. I know we had a scheduled time and appointment to call you at this time so I can get you to speak to, my business, my senior business partner. Are you available to speak? And you say, yeah, I'm available to speak. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me go ahead and give him a call. See, what you're doing now is you're getting ready to call your upline, which your upline, you've told your upline about 15 minutes in advance as a reminder, just to make sure that they're going to be available to do the three-way call. So they're ready to handle the three-way call. So you call your prospect, and now you have your upline or your sponsor or your senior business partner on the line. This is how the phone call should work. You should call them and say, the phone rings, and your senior partner answers the line and says, hello. And then you say, hello, how are you doing today? And then your sponsor says, I'm doing absolutely amazing. How are you doing today? And you say, well, I am doing better than great. And this is what you say. I want you to understand this script here. And if you have to replay this back, definitely replay this. Or maybe you have one of our tools who has this script already written down for you. And if that's the case, you just want to read over the script and make the script become a part of you to where the script flows naturally. But what you're going to say once you bridge your prospect in on the line with your senior business partner, you're going to say, well, first, I would like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to speak to me today. I know you're busy working with leaders all across the country, but I have someone that has viewed some information and they've looked at my website, and based on what they've seen, they have a very high interest level. And I think this person can do very well in the business. So I wanted to connect them directly to the expert and the person who's helping me launch my business in my local area. Do you have a chance to speak with them today? And then they say, and then your sponsor says, absolutely. You know, you're such an amazing leader. You're doing some great things, you know, in the field. And absolutely, you know, I'll take some time to speak with them. See, what your prospect is hearing is a system of edification that's happening. You've been edifying your senior upline through all the bases. And now here you are on base 3, edifying your senior partner. And now your senior partner is also edifying you. So it creates a win-win relationship for everyone. And it provides a platform for the prospect to be attentive, to make sure that he's listening. And it also provides a platform for your senior business partner to go in for the close. And then what you do is you introduce them to and say, hey, you know, so-and-so, this is so-and-so. So-and-so, this is so-and-so. In other words, you're saying sponsor, this is the prospect. Prospect, this is the sponsor. And at that point, you put your phone on mute and you never interject. It is very, very important that you understand that last piece. And let me explain to you really quickly before we wrap this training up why. See, because you've been edifying your senior business partner from batters up to base 1 to base 2 to base 3. You've been bragging on your senior business partner, sharing the stories of their testimonials, and you've been telling your prospect that your senior business partner is the expert. So when you get them on the phone with the expert, there's no reason for you to interject. So it's very, very important once you make the connection to put your phones on mute and don't say anything. The only time you would unmute your phone is if the senior business partner or the person who's handling the three-way call calls on you for something to answer a quick question. And all you would simply do at that time is unmute your phone, answer the question, and then you will go right back on mute and you will allow the senior business partner to continue to wear the hat of the expert and go in for the close. And every time, that's exactly the play you want to run. And then your senior business partner is able to go in and ask them, are you ready to get started today? Let's get you started today. And that is the magic of the baseball diamond. So we want you to follow this diamond. We want you to implement this diamond as a part of your blueprint to take your prospects from batters up, make them swing, to first base, get them in front of some information, to second base, edify and book a meeting and get them in front of your website, to third base, the power of the three-way call, so your senior business partner can go in for the close. That is our time. Thank you so much. I hope you had some great notes, and I hope that this blueprint will help you explode your business. Thank you for your time. And like I always say, we won't see you at the top. We'll see you over the top because you deserve to win.